Guys, it is WrestleMania.
Hello, I'm EaTenMark. I'm late. Let's talk about the news and reacting to the news about WWE Force change to huge WrestleMania plans when charges drop, Ricky Starks, and more. Just let's get to the point about a shout out to WrestleMania. Let's go through the news. Number one,
Now, first,
especially
we looked at WWE changing up WrestleMania 41 in a big way. The top of the day's news report said WWE is considering shaking up its plans for WrestleMania 41, including some top matches. First, is CM Punk finally getting that main event? Now, a new report
yeah,
from
this is
WrestleVotes
interesting.
claims that there's been talk about changing up some of WrestleMania's
This
top-tier matches,
hopefully happening
including the
in the
rumored Seth
couple
Rollins versus CM Punk versus
months before the end of 2025, if I'm being honest. But this match is interesting. With the triple threat, we get the story in the Royal Rumble. A couple days, when in February, weeks ago. This is interesting, but I feel like uh, WWE should tell a story about these two, Roman and Seth. They got a long history. Punk versus Rollins, we should expand it more instead of like put them on each other's throat like too early. I think the thing that I hate about the WWE bookings just we should keep going with their feud, especially with the Drew and CM Punk. I feel like it's a good trilogy. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like they kind of push it this trilogy too soon and that quick. That's the only thing that I hate about WWE booking is just making these things quick, chop chop. I like we should they should just let us breathe for a second. Let Seth go went for the World Heavyweight Championship or Punk went for the championship like or vice versa. And then we'll maybe tell CM Punk do a lot of singles match with other talent. Especially I want to see Punk versus Braun or Punk versus other talent. Who's it in the AG Styles? I don't know. But yeah, this triple threat is interesting. Don't get me wrong.
Roman Reigns triple threat match, and the John Cena versus Undisputed W.
Yeah, this is interesting, but I feel like John and Cody was should be in his final match. If I'm being honest, like passing the torch. John Cena passing the torch to Cody should be like the final, but I could be wrong because CM Punk versus John Cena, CM Punk versus not CM Punk versus John Cena. Yeah, CM Punk versus John Cena versus Randy Orton could be like his final match. But I don't mind hearing this like the tail end of John Cena's WWE career, like the final month of John Cena's wrestling career. Getting this early, I wouldn't mind it at all. But I feel like we could get someone in this story before we getting John versus Cody Rhodes.
WWE Champion Cody Rhodes match. And while neither match is official, it's been mentioned in rumors, but that may have changed as WrestleVotes reports. I don't know if it's been discussed in an official capacity, but I do know there are people there that would rather that match of Cody Rhodes versus John Cena versus CM Punk than Reigns versus.
Yeah, Reigns Punk Rollins could be awesome for a championship, and we could see the story there right away. But Cody, John Cena, CM Punk had history. Cody and CM Punk had history. Same as Reign, don't get me wrong, but I feel like this like fresh, new. Cody never like faced. No, not faced John Cena. Like I think did they face one on one? I don't remember. I remember that they faced John Cena when he was in Evolution. Not Evolution. What the group with Randy? I forgot. With Ted DiBiase Jr. God damn it, I forgot their group. And Cody versus Punk, it never happened. So yeah, I think it would be. I would go for Cody, John, and CM Punk It will be an awesome banger match. Awesome banger match. What is that? I don't know. Just a banger match in general. So much potential with Cody, John, and Punk. Reign, Punk, Rollins. I would like to see those in the near future after WrestleMania. Hopefully, SummerSlam would be good, or Royal Rumble next year. I don't know.
Versus Punk versus Rollins, if that matters at all. I don't know, but I do know that there are some people who would prefer that. Now, CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes bout seems like a no-brainer,
Yeah.
especially since they've rarely fought each other. Cultaholic pointed out that Punk and Cody have only had 2 singles matches against each other, and they haven't gone one-on-one since 2008.
Been
The
like
WWE seemed to tease a
couple
Punk
years
versus
now,
Rhodes
like
match in
almost
2024 during the hype for
a
that year's
decade.
Rumble. Unfortunately,
plus.
Punk was injured
Yeah,
in the match
injured.
and sidelined for months before working a feud with Drew McIntyre for the most of 2024.
This match is awesome. The trilogy is awesome, but again, I don't like the booking and how WWE do the chop chop. Chop chop chop. Let's finish this trilogy and we can move on. I think kind of ruined the whole thing with trilogy. Trilogy should be especially like film. It took a couple of years. This trilogy should taken place like half a month break. Yeah, that's the only thing that I hate about Triple H booking currently. They're doing like this, even though it's in a good way, like the Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon do a lot of rematches on television, but Triple H did the same thing, but in the pay-per-view. And then kind of ruined the people chances, like you cannot see championship like be defended like the Intercontinental or the United States, especially the United States, never get defended on pay-per-view or just PLE, I'm sorry.
Probably one of the greatest feuds and matches of the last decade. Punk sat down with ESPN and made it clear he's interested in a match with Cena.
Yeah,
I think he's John
it could
Cena.
happen
The call is
in the near
shot and
future.
he's busy doing other stuff. He's spending more time here giving
Good
back
to see
on his way
those
out. I would
in
feel
Hell in a
fortunate
Cell.
if he
It'll
picked
be
me to
freaking
do
awesome.
anything with me. Now, booking Punk into the rumored Cena versus Rhodes match would also allow Punk to potentially fulfill his WWE dream, that is to main event WrestleMania. A
So he's
moment
just
he's
main
always
eventing
wanted.
WrestleMania
Punk might
for
not
Punk.
get that chance this year with a
For Cena,
non-title
he's just
triple
getting
threat
the 17
involving himself,
championship,
Reigns,
and
and
Cody
Rollins.
just
But if
trying to
WWE
defend
does manage to do the
his
switch,
WWE
which
championship.
match would you prefer? Let us know in the comments down
I
below.
prefer the
Next
triple
up,
threat.
WWE changing Drew McIntyre Mania plans as well. Now,
Yeah.
another match that may be changed is the rumored Drew McIntyre.
This is like nothing match. They have history, don't get me wrong, but I feel like we could do more with the story instead of like doing a random match like that. They had the story, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I don't know, it's just not good. Like no hype for this like feud.
McIntyre versus Damian Priest bout. As Dr. Chris Featherstone tweeted, sources within WWE have informed me that the online backlash of Drew McIntyre's potential WrestleMania opponent has opened up internal discussions to reevaluate current plans. Now, there's no word on who McIntyre could face if the WWE pivots from his hypothetical match against the Archer of Infamy, or what plans WWE would even make for Priest. Frankly, the best thing for McIntyre right now.
They should pivot for the real life interaction, or just real life kind of heat, quote unquote, between LA Knight and Drew. This is a perfect feud to happen because they kind of have like back and forth on is it Raw Smack? I forgot. Last week's SmackDown. Oh no, this week's Raw. So yeah, kind of like real life heat and then kind of like real life punches. So yeah, I think they should pivot. They got an opportunity to do so.
Now is to have a big feud against LA Knight, leading to a huge bout at WrestleMania. Who do you think would be the perfect opponent for Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania? Let us know in the comments down below.
Even though
Next
never
up, has
for
a
the
criminal
championship though.
investigation of Vince McMahon been dropped? Now it's time for an update.
Yeah, this one kind of sucks because I feel like we could, I don't know, to say about this criminal investigation. It shows a lot of like messages, but there's no like proven picture or just recordings of Janelle Grant on the or to a certain and then certain wrestlers that she claimed that like Vince yeah, the message was nasty, but she should provide more evidence because I feel like if she didn't bring or just don't bring any check and balances about the money, the hush hush money, or anything. This case is going nowhere, and I don't want to see that happening. I feel like she needs justice, but if she didn't bring anything to the table, it's going to be suck, and it's going to kind of ruin her life for. Uh, yeah, it could ruin her life too, and especially I don't know if Finn still have like fans, but after this, if Finns are really innocent, then it feels like Channel just do a wild goose chase and then do a wrongdoing, even though we already know like Finn's already a bad guy with the booking and storylines, just kind of effed up storylines and everything. So yeah, I don't know.
On one of Vince McMahon's ongoing legal matters. According to the New York Post, McMahon's attorney claims that the criminal investigation into Vince McMahon by federal prosecutors in New York is over. Here are some highlights from the article, which brought up how appeals judges on Friday revealed that a grand jury had considered whether the 78-year-old billionaire broke the law by hiding allegations of sexual misconduct from two former female employees whom he ended up paying $10.5 million to keep quiet. The article clarified the ruling from the three-judge panel does not name McMahon, but refers to the subject of an ongoing grand jury investigation concerning whether, as CEO, he engaged in a criminal scheme to circumvent the company's internal accounting controls and misled company auditors in order to conceal multiple allegations of sexual misconduct raised against him by two former company employees. They commented that sources familiar with the matter confirmed the CEO in question is McMahon. This is clearly a case of reading between the lines and trying to figure out what is going on.
Yeah.
While they noted the Second Circuit Court of Appeals
We
decision
need more
suggests
info
the case
and
is still
information.
active,
Really,
Vince McMahon's
we need more
attorney Robert
information.
W. Allen has stated that the case is over. Here's what he said in the New York Post. This is simply the result of an appeal of a procedural matter that was argued 5 months ago. We have been in consistent communication with the government since that time and understand with no ambiguity that the investigation has definitively concluded and will not result in a charge. Whether the investigations are complete remains unknown, but the Post report did point out, but Friday's ruling, which does not mention sex trafficking, indicates that the probe focused instead on whether McMahon broke the law by covering up the allegations.
Yeah, I think Janelle and his attorney or her lawyer needs a real solid evidence because it could happen because the hush money, like how much is 10 million, like we should have those cash and check and balances, should have those check check and balances. Yeah, this is just a nasty situation uh, with how Finn's already won, like his like the steroids allegation one happened in the 90s. If he escaped it, then oh my god, it broke the IWC and me personally as a wrestling fans. So yeah, because I don't want to be biased to both of them, but with Vince though, oh, I don't know, Vince is this weird guy.
Hopefully we'll have more update on the situation.
Yep.
Next up, Ricky Starks returns to WWE.
Yeah,
Now
this
another
is
big
awesome.
night on NXT as former AEW
Shout out
talent
to
Ricky
Ricky,
Starks
man.
was on NXT last night, returning to the WWE. As some of you may know, he was a jobber in the WWE
Yeah.
before. Starks
Especially
had
with
plenty to
Ryback
say,
one,
telling
he
fans,
got
I'm
tossed
here
couple
to
of
turn this
times.
place upside down, and then he was there for fans asking when the Revolution will be televised. Now it was noted leading up to Starks' NXT appearance,
Absolute one.
AEW did finally gave his release last Sunday, whereas
Yeah.
AEW
I don't know why AEW fumbled this man. I feel like he should be the current AEW champion instead of John Moxley. Then he could have us banger match with Cope or Adam Copeland, Darby Allin or MJF. We could run that feud again. Hangman Adam Page, Jay White, Kenny Omega. Oh my God, so many potential matches. Malachi Black, Miro, stuff not doing anything, just in the purgatory. That's I don't know how. Again, I don't know how AEW fumble this man with how Malachi Black and Miro with Rusev just got released this couple of days ago. So yeah, the returns is coming sooner than later. Future NXT champion right here.
Deal was reportedly up in April. Now, of course, AEW doesn't have a 90-day no-compete clause, so
Oh yeah, I forgot about could have feud again. Bring this feud in AEW with I forgot his name. Damn it, the big guy in the back. I forgot his name. The book of what is a gimmick? Former TNT champion. I forgot. Yeah, currently with NXT, hopefully he could be got caught up after hopefully at Raw after Mania. If I'm being honest, should he become NXT champion? I think he should, but if I'm being honest, put him in the main program right now and starting feuding with CM Punk. If I'm being honest, reignite the
Starks
feud
was
with CM
able
Punk,
to
baby.
sign immediately. But why wasn't he mentioned by name? Now, Starks' debut was memorable for several reasons, including why WWE didn't mention his name. Some
Yeah.
fans believe that Starks may be repackaged, and according to Fightful Select, the WWE's
not-
call not to name Starks wasn't an
Yeah,
accident.
just
Why
call
is
him
he on
Ricky Starks.
NXT?
At
And what
least
is Ricky
put
Starks
Starks
doing on
on it, just
WWE's
the name
developmental brand?
Starks.
While it's not uncommon for veteran performers to work there to learn the WWE style, a new article from Ringside News suggests a different reason. According to sources, creative plans for WrestleMania
Yeah.
are mostly locked in,
WrestleMania
making
is
it
already
harder to
locked
fit him
in.
into a major storyline right now. On the other hand, NXT
Yeah,
offers
NXT
more
offers,
flexibility to work
flexibility.
him into the mix immediately. Now, it wouldn't
They
surprise us to see Starks work.
is staying ready and then learning the WWE style. I think would be great. I don't know about his finisher though. Should he do spear or the Russian bow? I think he's going to do the Russian bow. I don't know. Let's see.
A program in NXT.
But yeah, hopefully Def Rebel didn't screw his theme music because I think in AW his theme music is fit for him. Hopefully Def Rebel did the same thing with him.
And then get drafted to Raw or SmackDown. But The Undertaker had a great reaction to Starks' WWE appearance. Now, The Undertaker didn't waste any time to talk up Ricky Starks' surprise
Yeah.
appearance on NXT. During an
Undertaker,
appearance on
man.
Busted Open
That's
Radio,
cool.
Taker recalled meeting Starks at a gym while preparing for his 2015 bout with Shane McMahon. According to the Phenom, Starks impressed him with how
Mid-match.
respectful and humble he was, noting he chatted with Starks at the time and gave him advice on the industry when Ricky revealed he wanted to be a wrestler. The Undertaker brought up how Ricky also helped his wife train for one of her surprise appearances at the Royal Rumble. And he
Shout out to
actually,
Ricky,
one
man,
of the
for doing
Rumbles that
that.
Michelle
It
was a
was
surprise
cool.
guest in it. She wanted to get in the ring, and he came down and trained with her. The WWE Hall of Famers seemed impressed by Starks, telling listeners, "I've seen him a few times here and there, and I've always had great conversations with him. He's a good kid, such a respectful kid." So yeah, that debut caught me completely off guard. I hadn't seen him in probably a year and a half maybe, and then just looked up and saw him there. And The Undertaker isn't the only WWE superstar.
Yeah, again. Shout out to Undertaker giving a praise. Shout out to Ricky for playing her wife, Michelle McCool. It was cool to see that they helping each other's out, each other out, but giving like advice. And now Ricky is one of the coolest wrestler in my eyes right now. Now with the CM Punk shouting him out too on the Instagram one. And then again, I said this before that they should reignite this feud. Yeah, I would like to see this fast or soon enough. Just soon. Because this feud got cut off after the all-in situation with Jack Perry. Shout out to Jack Perry. Let's see this feud again.
reacted to Starks' dynamic debut. CM Punk, who wrestled Starks during their time in AEW, posted a clip of his NXT appearance along with a smiley emoji. Next up, WWE trademarks new wrestlers'
Yeah,
names.
this one
Now,
is
as
so
fans wonder
weird.
what's next for Ricky Starks, a new set of trademark applications by WWE suggests he could work under one of the following names. WWE have apparently applied for 12 trademarks, and here's a list of the names.
Oh yeah, for the Ricky Starks one, hopefully we could see Cody versus Ricky Starks. They're friends, right? I would like to see that too. Really cool.
WWE's look at a trademark. Aria Bennett, Braxton Cole, Chantel Monroe, Draco Knox, Harley Riggins, Hazy Jameson, Jax Presley, Mason Holiday, Osiris Griffin, Summer Sorrell, Tate Wilder, and Trill London.
This name's fan is kind of weird, but like the Knox London is like the cousin of like, if you remember on the PG era in 2008-9 ECW, like Mike Knox, then Paul London. You know Paul London, like Trail London. Yeah, I don't know. This name's just weird, but I don't know. Hopefully, Ricky Starks don't use this name, and Triple H should just Triple H and Shawn should use just his original name, Ricky Starks.
What do you guys think of these potential ring names, and do you think one of
No.
them might be given to Ricky Starks?
No,
I mean,
no.
just
Don't
imagine
do
he's
it.
announced next week as Harley Riggins. Next up, Bayley's Hugger is back.
Yeah,
Bayley's
it's
ongoing
cool, man.
program with Roxanne Perez took a bizarre turn on NXT during the Role Models match against Cora Jade. Perez entered the arena wearing Bayley's gear from her Hugger
Yeah.
days.
This is a classic love right here. Miss those Hugger Bailey, man. Sucks that Finn's kind of ruined Hugger Bailey. A lot of BS booking and storyline. And this era of Bailey died quickly. Even though in NXT, he was one of the greatest wrestler ever, one of the greatest character ever.
And Bayley's classic entrance music. The real Bayley promptly attacked Perez, allowing Jade to recover and score an upset win on Bayley. As a result, NXT General Manager has turned this Saturday's Vengeance Day.
Yeah, this was cool. Did Bailey is going to like be in the Elimination Chamber? I forgot. This fight, of course, gonna be crazy though. The new generation was with one old generation, like one of the four horsewomen, like Julia, Roxanne, Cora. There's the new pillar of NXT. I'm not going to say four horsewomen. I feel like the new four pillar, the woman's four pillar of NXT is to be crazy. Like, oh yeah, I forgot about Stephanie Fucker. It's not pillar anymore. It's just a lot of great talent in NXT.
A PLE triple threat match between Bayley, Roxanne, and NXT Women's Champion Julia into a fatal four-way with Jade now added. But just looking back on those Hugger
Yeah.
t-shirts, who signed that one off? Next up, sad news
Those are
for
good.
Tegan Knox. And there's a major revelation from former WWE.
Yeah, I saw this on X. Really sad because I feel like WWE could help her, just hold on to her contract while she getting checked up, make sure that she's fine. But I understand why WWE lists her in the devil's advocate way. Just like she didn't do nothing, so let's let her go. But I feel like she could do something like helping the storyline. Just be like, I don't know if she into that, but you could just ask her if you wanted to write or just be a producer like for a while before. If she's getting healthy, then you can put her in the back in the roster. But she didn't do anything and sick. I think you should just hold on to her while sick. Can give her like something. I don't know. Kind of sad to see just got let go like that while she's still getting treatment because the doctor didn't know his her. I mean not his her sickness was.
WWE superstar Tegan Nox, as Tegan revealed she was incredibly sick before she was released by WWE. Nox told the Metro that I did get incredibly sick for a little while. We didn't really get a legitimate answer. I went through tests, I was in
sad,
hospital,
man. Really
a bunch
sad.
of different stuff. So I think
Sad
it was
to hear.
down to a lot of stress mixed with other things, but I was really sick, which didn't help with the time off. Tegan, who was released last November, said that while the illness was not life-threatening, the doctor's inability to diagnose it led to confusion about whether she was cleared to return to WWE. Nox told the Metro that she thought she'd be released sooner. I needed that second to try and figure out what was going on.
No, she already thinking about getting released. I think WWE should be in charge of that and say that no, you're not going to release. We will hold on to you till things getting good, or just you getting the diagnosis and then getting the result and everything. And then if you feel like that you want to leave, then we will release you. I think you should ask her. WWE should ask her if she want to leave or not. You just stay. If you stay, like, what can she do? Could ask her like, what do you want to do while you are in homesick? Just what are you going to do? Are you going to ride? Help the ladies here so you can do anything. You can produce, just helping the mass stuff, or just do a production thing. I don't know. She could do anything. If I'm being honest, but yeah, it sucks though. Getting released because she don't know her sickness was.
And then we kind of figured it out. I was on medication now. I could have come back, and I was just never brought back from there. I thought I was going to be released a lot sooner. And Nox isn't alone, as WWE recently released more talent last week and opted not to renew the contracts of other superstars. But you guys miss Tegan Nox? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, WWE adding a title match to Elimination Chamber. Now, Elimination Chamber is fast approaching, but so far
Logan Paul shouldn't be there, but it should be Ray. Will be all-star like WWE, real WWE superstar. But yeah, Logan was cool, so I give him a pass.
WWE hasn't booked any other matches other than the men's and women's Elimination Chamber matches. That made changes, WrestleVotes recently noted on.
Finally, I don't know. I don't understand why after Shinsuke getting a belt, he never defended it. I think they should have just put the title on the line in the Japan. I don't care if it's United States champion. At least let him defend the title in Japan. Just a wasted opportunity there. And then just freaking sucks to see the United States, especially the United States. I mean, Nakamura getting treated like this, man. Nakamura is a former IWGP champion, heavyweight champion, intercontinental champion. He's one of the best intercontinental champion in New Japan. You should give him a match. If LA Knight have defended the title like 2-3 times, I think Nakamura should do 2-3 times at least. Just let Nakamura like do a call out challenge, like he call out his call out a wrestler, whether it's Carmelo Hayes, Andrade. You have a lot of banger matches with this stuff, man. On SmackDown, the title, especially United States never had this year or last year, I think. Team got defended, did not get defended on PLEs, so it's just stupid.
On the Backstage Pass Q&A, I've heard rumblings of a Shinsuke Nakamura title defense. Don't know the opponent, but that's one I've heard could take place at the Skydome.
Yeah,
although Nakamura recently passed the 70-day mark as champion, his title reign has been subdued at best.
Yeah. It's like WWE didn't care about Nakamura at all, if I'm being honest. They did alright with Braun, but I think Braun should face, like, do an open challenge in Monday Night Raw. Then we could see maybe they teased it with AJ Styles. It would be freaking awesome to see AJ versus Braun, but at least let Braun wrestle every week. Same with Nakamura. with Braun doing an open challenge, and then Nakamura calling out wrestlers open challenge, like calling out wrestlers challenge. I don't know.
In fact, he's only had one defense in
Yeah,
those
one
70 days,
defense.
and it was in a dark
Jesus.
match. It's another
Dark
reminder of
matches? Oh my
WWE's
god.
difficulties at booking its undercard, despite
Yeah,
SmackDown expanding to 3 hours.
especially with
But who should he
Nakamura.
face?
Only
Next
Nakamura.
up, Carlito on why he didn't sign with AEW. Now, if you're wondering why current Judgment Day member Carlito didn't sign with AEW before he returned to WWE in 2023, well, the second-gen superstar explained why to Chris Van Vliet, and it's all about loyalty. I have a thing with loyalty, you know. I mean, I've only ever been a WWE guy, so I always kind of like that. Next up, have WWE forgiven a
Shout out to Carlito for saying that like loyal to WWE, but if he went to the AEW, I feel like it didn't fit Carlito. But I would like to see what kind of character he's going to do in AEW though. It's intriguing though. It's intriguing to see him in AEW though.
legendary tag team. Now it seems like the legendary team of Axe and Smash of Demolition have been put back on the WWE's alumni page. For those not familiar with the
Shout out, man.
situation,
One of the
Demolition and
longest
WWE
reigning
have been in a long
WWE
ongoing
champion,
legal
right there.
battle
WWE Tag Team
surrounding their names. Could the idea of them being back on the alumni page be a sign that they've now forgiven WWE or WWE
Yeah.
have forgiven them? Could this mean a
Man.
Hall of Fame induction this year? If so,
Just
it's
talk,
long
bro.
overdue. Next up, a top luchador not signed with WWE. The WWE has made some major moves recently, including the signing of Pentel Zero, Jordan Grace, and Ricky Starks.
Yeah,
However,
that's
Dr.
cool.
Chris Featherstone is reporting talks between international superstar Hyode Dr. Wagner and the WWE have stalled. Sources have also confirmed that Dr. Wagner will join AAA instead.
I don't know with AAA though. AAA has been with Alberto Patron as a champion. Is one of the weirdest booking ever by Conan. But hopefully we can see him in Japan, because I think in Japan he's doing amazing stuff. Yeah, thank God that not thank God. I just feel like I want to see him in WWE or just in the America, man, in the independent scene.
Featherstone said that talks broke
Look at
down
that, former GC champion right there, heavyweight champion.
when WWE asked Wagner to remove his mask.
That's why chose AAA. Like, why W should thinking that he should remove his mask? Penta, Dragon Lee, Ray didn't lose the mask. I mean, I'm gonna put excuse and Ray. Ray actually removed his mask in WCW, and then that Rey Mysterio in WCW died, and then he debuted in SmackDown. He got the mask, and then stayed there from that to now, from the 2002 to now, even though he left WWE back in 2012, 13, I don't remember. But you asked this man to remove his mask. It's so dumb. He never loses his mask on a match that the mascara contract or mascara fee, the hair match. So why? It's just kind of stupid. Mask in luchador is a sacred thing, so you have to negotiate. Can you lose the mask like in later in your career, or just you? If you ask him like that, just remove the mask. It's just disrespectful, if I'm honest. So yeah, I think that's a good thing that he dodged the bullet there and then signed with AAA.
Something that's a big no-no in Mexican wrestling culture.
Yep, there's a no-no.
And finally, Elias.
If there's a match stipulation, then it's fine. But if you like just right away after you sign a contract and you was asked to remove your mask, then yeah, that's disrespectful.
No, sign.
Andrade lose the mask. Andrade used to be I forgot his name in CMLL. Loses lose the mask at CMLL, then went to WWE and then become Andrade not El Idolo. Before that I forgot Cien Almas. Andrade Cien Almas.
Last but not least, it looks like AEW and or Ring of Honor fans hoping to walk with Elias may have to wait, as Fightful Select is reporting Fightful Select has learned that Elijah, aka Elias, is not signed to AEW or Ring of
Sucks that Elias didn't get signed. Should be, I think he should still perfect in WWE, but it sucks that he got released with that Ezekiel thing. It was funny though. Don't get it wrong, and don't get it twisted. It's a funny storyline. But I think Elias is a decent wrestler, and he got people behind him. It's over. Yeah, that would have been utilized. Hopefully, get signed
Ring of
though.
Honor, contrary to reports. Hopefully Elias is seen
I think
soon
he's
back in
perfect for
action in the
TNA,
ring.
if I'm being
But there
honest.
you have it, folks. The
And then
wildest
we
news
could see
stories and
him
rumors you need
back
to
in
know. Be
WWE
sure to leave
like
your comments down below,
NXT.
and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
Yeah, I think that's it. There's so many things happen, but I feel like with WrestleMania approaching, things could happen from left to right, right to left. So yeah, this is cool. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to Ricky for getting signed to NXT. Cannot wait to see the man wrestling on television. And hope we could see um, Malachi or Alistair if he went back to the name Alistair Black and Rusev. I want to see them fast. Just want to see them back again. So yeah, this is good. That's it. Like and subscribe. Bye bye.